Alright, guys, so we are looking at the Pokemon Direct for January 9th, 2020. I heard about this in advance a little bit. I heard very little about it, but people were murmuring about it, about how there's a Direct specifically for Pokemon. That kind of caught my attention. I'm like, okay, well, Sword and Shield just released, so what the hell are they going to talk about now? So, we're going to watch this together. This is Ruffer Reacts, where I react. If you don't know what a reaction video is, you really haven't been on the internet that long, have you? Basically, I'm going into this blind, so let's just see what we got. I'll probably do random pauses here and there as I want to respond to certain things as I see them. But let's see what this is. There was a lot of people interested in seeing this reaction, which means that either this is a really good Direct or a really bad Direct, and let's find out.
Welcome to the Pokemon Direct. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Hi.
In today's broadcast, I'd like to touch on two topics. Let's get started with the first topic. Have a look at the following footage.
That is a year that happened. Oh. I know what that box is from. That is a year that PMD happened for the first time. Oh, remake? Okay, this is a cute Winnie the Pooh aesthetic, I gotta say.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX.
Okay, I wasn't expecting a remake PMD game anytime. Now, I was pondering, I wonder if this might have something to do with PMD, because there's a lot of people that were talking about how there's a lot of people convinced that PMD was dead. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series ended, that there wasn't going to be another one because there hasn't been one for a while, so there won't be another one. Even though, I don't know, 3DS was the last one, so it wasn't that long ago. I mean, 3DS has been around for a while. But regardless, there was an awful lot of people saying, oh, they're probably not going to do another one for this spin-off series. And I disagree with that because, well, for one, there was an awful lot of people going, aw. And second off, the fan base may be a little bit more niche than the main series fan base for Pokemon, but there is a hell of a lot of people constantly interested in TMD, as I have very directly learned through our Pokerole series that we do every other week. There's a hell of a lot of interest for PMD, so I'm not too surprised about PMD announcement. However, remake? Was not expecting a remake. I like the art style. I actually really like it. It's really just a filter when you get right down to it, but it's nice. I mean, the first PMD game was... Okay, no, it wasn't the weakest game. The Empowerment Seed. I don't remember an Empowerment. Oh, you can Mega. Of course you can Mega now.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX.
Alright, I'll set aside some money for that. Okay, that's really odd to see a remake, but actually that makes sense because it's a pretty damn old game at this point, released on the Game Boy Advance and DS simultaneously. Yeah, I'm okay with it being remade. That sounds like a good idea. However, yeah, it's kind of odd. It's the second weakest PMD game, in my opinion. I think the weakest PMD game is Gates. Granted, I have not actually played all the way through Gates. It's the only one I haven't played all the way through. But I would say Red and Blue Rescue Team were the second weakest, and I simply say that I don't mean that any disrespect to that game because it fucking started the whole thing and it was still really fucking good. I only call it the second worst because it was first, so they were kind of figuring out the formula, figuring out how to do the story, figuring out how to do the gameplay. So I felt like it had growing pains here and there, but it was a really good game. A really good game. And I think the best game is Explorers, the one after it, because the growing pains were done. They figured out a formula at that point, and they knew how to execute it more flawlessly the second time. So, but yeah, seeing a remake of this, I wonder if they actually retool things. It looks like the same story. It looks like they're doing the Link's Awakening thing here, where they're just completely retreading the exact same ground, which I'm a little less interested in. I do like it when something has a little bit more on the table, but they could be hiding something. There could be, I'm sure there's additional content, probably extra dungeons and stuff. That landmass in the background. Actually, you know what? Hold on. This continental landmass, 1 second. I want to look at the original map real fast. Yeah, there it is. No, that's Explorers. No, the whole thing. Oh, whatever. I'll just do. I'll use this comparison image. That'll do, I suppose. All right, hold on a sec. Kind of an awkward image, but I'll make use of it. So let me move this over so you guys can actually see the whole thing. But here. So this is the red and blue rescue team map, continental map at the beginning, or for the original games. So look, comparing that to this, it doesn't look. I mean, actually, it's kind of different. It actually looks significant. Like everything just seems. No, this doesn't seem like the same map. Actually, either that or things are heavily moved around, and I don't. I mean, there's a quicksand pit at the bottom that kind of matches up the desert here, but no, not really though. It looks very different. I'm kind of intrigued by that. The rainbow place up here really catches my eye because I think there was the original PMD games, Red and Blue Rescue Team, had friend areas, and if you recruited a Pokemon, they went to their respective friend area. There was a friend area, I think it was for the legendary birds, you know, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. I believe that was the rainbowy peaks that they had as a friend area. But as you can see from the original map, granted it was lower detail, but it didn't exist on the map. I don't know if that's a friend area or if that's just a new dungeon. Like, yeah, this map is curious to me because there's a lot of details here I don't recognize. The box art itself is kind of blocking perhaps the city. Then again, it does look. Wait a minute. I just realized something. I believe the friend areas had their own maps. Hold on. I just remembered. Oh yeah, doesn't it have friend area map? I think we're looking at the friend area map. That would answer a lot of questions. Let's see. Well, okay, it's a little bit different. Here it is. Here's the map of the friend area. It has a different look to it. There we are. But it still doesn't quite match up. But okay. I'm not sure. I'm very intrigued. All right, let's move on, though. I'm just very intrigued by this. So what do you guys think? The art style makes it look like one of the title screen illustrations. Yeah, actually, because PMD Red and Blue Rescue Team had really cute. It really actually that's very accurate. It matches that style, which is really actually it's really clever because it is a callback in that sense. Let's see. I'm just gonna read everything you guys said because you guys sometimes have like really sagely comments and stuff. Spicy buffalo chicken. See how sagely that comment was? Spicy buffalo chicken. You cannot say something more smart. What's on Bandana? Every Mystery Dungeon fan that isn't a part of Charm Survey almost like, oh my god, you must like Mystery Dungeon. I don't. Them get out. Wait, you don't like Mystery Dungeon, Char? Charizard 8. Charizard 8. Well, Charizard eating is a pretty standard thing. I mean, look at his fucking belly. He'll eat everything. I do find it odd they added Megas though. Actually, let's just pause frame on a little bit. I'm gonna just go back. I'm just gonna look over some stuff here. So obviously 3D art filter, cell shading filter, art filter. It's a lot. There's a lot of filters being used here, but they're very cutely used filters. But so I find it interesting. This is kind of intriguing. They actually remastered this art, by the way. Something really cool about the original Red and Blue Rescue Team art, the box art. It was this image. The Red Rescue Team had the bottom image, and the Blue Rescue Team had the top image. And one thing a lot of people were never aware of was that those two box arts actually did combine together, with one team looking down to a pit and the other team looking out of an opening from the cave. It was the same scene, and as you can see here, it's kind of a cute little detail. I do find it funny, though, that the art was remastered for both of the games.
Pokemon Mist.
But the text, yeah, the logo definitely indicates this is one game, though, isn't it? Because look at the red, the blue fading. So they're combining this into one, which makes sense. There wasn't actually... There wasn't a ton of differences between a lot of the PMD variations, like, you know, Explorer's Time, Explorer's Darkness. Sky had a lot of differences, but it was like a remake, kind of a remastering, or kind of an extended cut. Yeah, that's more what it was. So obviously they're adding in like Pokemon from. Actually, no, I think Spinda was originally part of. What generation was Red and Blue Rescue Team up to originally? I don't even remember now. But I'm pretty sure Spinda was in it. I'm pretty sure Gen 3 was in, yeah. But, yeah, the art style looks really good. I'm down for that. It does seem the same story. Like, I'm seeing all these lines here that are being spit out. I'm like, yeah, these are all lines that exist in the original game. Cute to see that the Pokemon actually wear the scarves now. That's very cute. So I like the HUD. I like the art. I like the fonts. The font style is good. The Pokemon's names text looks a little out of place with the rest of the text, but they could probably clean that up. It's a cute style. Everything about this is just cute. It's fine. Yeah, Great Canyon looks really good. The map system looks... What is up with all the... Red might just be dug out ground. That might be what that is. I'm just looking at I'm just looking for any little details.
Pokemon Mystery
I'm intrigued.
Dungeon. Rescue Team DX.
I'll definitely keep an eye on this.
It's been about 15 years since Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team were released for the Nintendo DS and Game Boy Advance systems in Japan. But now they will gain a new life as a Nintendo Switch title.
I will say this, though. I'm a little tired of Nintendo going like, you remember that old game? We're just going to do like a visual update and re-release it. It's like, yeah, okay, look. Link's Awakening remake, that's, you know, that's good, I guess. But it didn't really add much to the table. You know, it's like different features and stuff where like, what, a dungeon creator that was kind of eh. And I think they changed around how the collectible item, what was it? The secret seashells worked. I don't really know, though. When Nintendo remakes games, I'm not really super excited about it a lot of times. However, since we're talking PMD here, I'm a little more interested. Here's the thing. Nostalgia by itself is not a big deal to me. There has to be something beyond that for me, like to replay a game a lot of times. But it's been so long since I played these games that I may as well. Anyways, let's keep going.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX will be released March 6, 2020.
Oh, wait, that's soon? Pre-purchase starts later today. Oh, that means I can go buy it, I guess. Alright. Huh.
What's more, we'll release a demo version on Nintendo eShop, available later today.
Okay, how about this? When I finish my playthrough of Pokemon Sword, let's play the demo of this. How's that sound? Stream that? Sounds good? Okay, let's do that.
You'll be able to carry over your save data to the full version of the game once purchased.
Oh, good. Okay, I do approve of that. When, like, hey, we're going to release a demo. By the way, if you make progress in the demo, you can go carry it over to the main game. I like it when the games do that. That's very thoughtful. I appreciate that.
So please take this opportunity to get a sample of the fun. Now, for the other topic, I think we'll ask Game Freak to share it with you.
This is going to relate to Sword and Shield, isn't it?
Mr. Masuda, Mr. Omori, it's all yours.
I hope, at least, because I was hoping for hopefully some DLC update things for Sword and Shield.
Hello,
maybe.
Everyone. I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Hi, guys.
Hello, and I'm Omori, also from Game Freak. We hope everyone is
Psych, I'm actually from Sony. It's like, what?
finding something to enjoy in the latest entries to the Pokemon series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, since their release last November. Our goal is always to deliver lively new adventures that delight Pokemon trainers around the world.
We did our best to fill these titles with fun activities so that our players could have a fulfilling experience.
You shouldn't rush the endgame story, but you know.
And the Galar region is a vast one. We suspect you've had many new discoveries and fun encounters along your adventure.
Look, that's not incorrect. I actually did have a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not done with Sword, so I'm still having fun with it, but like, I have problems with Sword, but I also had fun with Sword, so, you know.
We've been thinking about how much we'd like it if everyone's Pokemon adventures could go on even longer, with more to dig into and new discoveries to explore.
Okay.
We've been working on plans for some time, in fact. This is why we at Game Freak are now developing the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass.
Wait, Expansion Pass. That's not a good word to hear. That immediately gives me flashbacks to like EA and stuff. It's like, hey, buy the Expansion Pass. It's yearly, and then you get all this content, but by giving us more money. Oh boy.
Downloadable expansions for the Pokemon Sword.
Now look, I'm fine with DLC. I am fine with the idea of paid DLC. Passes are different. Let's see how they're gonna do it though.
Sword and Pokemon Shield games that will be available for purchase from Nintendo eShop.
Okay. Is this just DLC, or did you
Until now, we've sometimes released new titles set in the same region as previous games.
Sometimes. You do that a lot, especially counting remakes, like Gold Silver remakes, which I randomly just forgot the name of for some reason. All those sort of things.
Such as Pokemon Platinum version or Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon.
Okay, why the fuck did you not bring up Heart Gold and Soul Silver? Yes, I remember finally. Look, I don't really care for, retreads, again. It's kind of what I was talking about with PMD. Though I'll play that. But Heart Gold and Soul Silver, at least, are those are my... Gold and Silver are the best games, jeez. For the main series, in my opinion.
This expansion pass will be different from those games. You'll be able to set out on new adventures using the save data you're already playing with.
See, that's the reason I never cared about the remakes. Oh boy, I get to do the whole same adventure as before. There's new content later on, but I can't use my old save data for that because it's from an older game, not the same game. This is a remake, so I gotta retread the whole same ground again. And honestly, if I'm playing a fucking Mega Man game, it's hey, could you retread the same ground again for this? We have to make changes. It's yeah, it's fine. It's Mega Man. I'll go fucking shoot things. It won't take me that long. But a fucking RPG is a little bit more annoying to retread the same ground of, because part of the appeal of an RPG is its story, and I'm the sort of person where I'm well, I've read this book. Time to throw it away. I don't need it anymore. I'll remember the story for the rest of my life. So, good book. Don't need it now. And that's kind of the same thing with me in RPGs a lot of times. So, this is good to see, technically.
We're in the thick of development now, but we've prepared some footage for you so you'll be able to at least get a feeling for what new experiences await you.
I wouldn't throw a good book away. I'd throw it to somebody that hasn't read it and be hey, this is really good. You should read it. I don't need it anymore.
Please have a look.
Oh no, I'm gonna be forced on the bus again even though I just want some fucking lemonade! God damn it. Or train, rather. Whoosh, we went to the right. To a new area to the right, maybe? Yeah, probably some islands. Wait, if we're going to the right of Pokemon Britain, wouldn't we just go back to Kalos or something? Oh look, it's a Slowpoke, but oh no, he fell over a paint bucket and got a little bit yellow. Oh boy, it's a different version of Slowpoke because he fell in a paint bucket, so now he's not Slowpoke, he's Slowpoke 2. Yep. Silly Slowpoke. Alright, so wait, hold on. We have something Oriental going on here? Interesting. Okay, okay. Alright, this looks kind of neat. Alright. So I got a dojo and got some Sprout Tower and 10 Tower action going on. They got some new clothes. And they're all Oriental too. Or, is this Chinese? Is this like a Chinese get-up now? And it reminds me of Johto a lot too, but... Fucking Randall, though, since we're bringing him up. Fucking Randall. Okay, we got some concept arts for, new gym leaders? No, actually, wait, hold, she's wearing the, Oh! Yeah, they are, probably. Because they're wearing the outfits. That's a psychic type, gym outfit thing. I can buy that. I remember. So, in other words, they're doing, new gym leaders. Or maybe they're not called gym leaders. Maybe they are. I don't know. That's cool. So they're making use of, what the fuck is that top hat? Are you serious right now? Well, okay, you're following them around your top hat. The rest of your outfit, it kind of feels like he wanted to be a hippie, but then he was like, oh, I need to be sophisticated, though. Let me get a top hat. computer. Those are some very old Pokemon, yes. What are we gonna do with them? Ah, so you're gonna give them... Yeah, okay, I figured that's where that was leading up to. This is the I have an umbrella Venusaur. And okay, he's like, yeah, he has even more cannons. Yep. I mean, he has to outdo the Mega Blastoise form, right? More cannons, more Daka. All right, you can start a rock band because you're okay. So you're just gonna stand on a giant. Okay, sure, why not? And what have you become? Okay, first Meowth and now you. What's this deal with everything Gigantamaxing into like weird long shapes? Right, you were very lanky to begin with, but you know. Well, hold on, that was way too fast. Hold on, I'm gonna freeze frame this. Cool looking. All right, I mean this looks nice. It's really just the same environment, but there's an orient like that we've seen from the normal gameplay Sword Shield, but there's an oriented building. This is kind of cool, going through a cave. Well, I mean, okay, I was surfing through a cave in some other areas, but not like this. And then yeah, that's literally just fucking. Looks like they just implanted something from. They really just implanted like old Johto sprites, and they just like made them 3D, which I'm okay with, by the way. I'm just finding that amusing. Okay, so this looks like another wild area because we got you know the fucking I don't even remember what these stupid stones are called. What the fuck are they called? I don't remember. But the raid things. So, yeah. All right. It has been memed, in fact. In Telling the Sniper, it's been memed, in fact. But it's been like 8 fucking hours. Why are there already memes? Because memes find a way, I guess. Also, one more thing I wanted to pause on. Right, that is, okay, just more, okay. This is definitely more island-like. I'm definitely getting that impression. A lot more water, too. Okay, I'm alright with that. There's a surprising lack of water in Sword and Shield, actually, when you think about it. One water route, and then just some lakes, really. The Isle of Armor. Because fuck Zacian, apparently? Wait, maybe there's 2 of them. No, is that it? There's gotta be a Zacian Island, come on. Oh, okay. I see. And then let's go to... Okay, that's appropriate, because I would have liked more snowy environment Sword Shield, so sure, why not? Oh, this is how they're gonna force me to buy both games if I want to see all the content. Of course! Let's see. We got Reggae Rock, Reggae Steel, Reggae Ice, Reggae Gygus, and now we have Reggae the fuck would I call you? Reggae Electric? That's probably not. It's probably not the right one. Okay. And then we got Reggae trying to. What is your look? You're wearing a skull. Like as a shoulder pad. What are you? What are you? I have no idea. Dragon? Yeah, that probably makes sense. And then Slowpoke. Oh man, Slowpoke turns into It has an evil eye, and it's evil. It looks evil. What is it? What the fuck? It wears a cape, so it must be evil. Okay. Vampire? Actually, yeah. I'm just trying to process that for a second. Slowpoke evolves into vampire. Okay. Now, normally Slowpoke's the one getting bit, if you count, the thing on his tail. Not the one biting, so maybe he's turning the tables. What's up with the mining outfits, actually, for this section? Bringing back some old guys, alright. Oh, I'm realizing all of a sudden that these expansions are going to include older Pokemon. So they actually are doing they are kind of doing the thing that I thought they might do, where with DLC they add in more of the older Pokemon. So they're kind of doing that. Probably not all of them though. But yeah. Wait. What are you throwing at me? That's a Moltres, but it's not. That's, yeah, Articuno, but not. That's, yeah, okay. Wait, what? And, okay, but they're not, I'm trying to understand what they're doing to the legendary birds here. Galarian legendary bird, I guess. This one's a key, this one is now an ostrich. Which actually makes sense for electric type, yeah. Roadrunner? Okay, it could be Roadrunner. I think an ostrich, though. Well, there's some Japanese text. Somebody go translate that to find out it's like... It probably says Galarian Articuno, though. Wow, legs. Legs the Zapdos. So yeah, there was another evidence of another wild area there. So, okay, it looks like we probably go to this region if via trade. Probably the other region via surf. And yeah, there's another wild area. And it's nice and snowy, which is cool. And then there's... This tower's cool. I actually kind of like the design of this. Also, anything involving Reggies is generally kind of interesting. So I'm down for that. The mine outfit indicates there's probably a lot of mines or caves as well for this area. It's kind of like an old snowy cathedral. And the Crown Tundra, huh? So I'm immediately upset because I know for a fact that if... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm mad or if I should be mad or if it makes perfect sense that it's not something to be mad about. The fact that Sword will get this and Shield will get the island that I've already forgotten the name of. Whatever it's called. Shield Isle, was it? I don't know. But, actually, wait. Hold on. Why was that place called, like, Shield? Or no, it wasn't called Shield. What the? It was Armor. The Armor, Isle of Armor. So, Armor for Shield makes sense, but Crown for Sword? I was expecting the Blade Tundra or something like that. The Bladed Tundra. That sounds kind of neat. Watch before going to conclude. Shut up. This is how I do things. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Part 1, Part 1, Part 2. Okay, that's a bit different. They put Part 1, they put Part 2. Okay. And hyper-realistic trailer? What? Hi. Literally 5 seconds. This is how I do shit. You don't like Ruffer reacts? Get out of here. Okay. I mean, I can tell what you're respectively representing. Is that a new legendary? Probably. Or... hi? This is an odd trailer, like, section. What the hell?
What did you think of this first look? The Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and the Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass will be composed of the Isle of Armor, planned to be released June 2020.
Okay.
And the Crown Tundra, planned to be released in fall 2020.
Okay.
If you buy the Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass, you'll be able to enjoy both as they're released.
Okay. Alright, no complaints here. I really thought, considering it was being broken up by Armor and, well, Crown, that I thought it would be separate, you know... Thought it'd be stuck to one game, but to be fair, if they were doing that, they probably would have represented the Sword one first and then the Shield one, not the other way around. So, okay, that's good. They're being smart about this. They specifically said if you have Sword or Shield, you can enjoy all the content. So, they said it right there. That's good. That's good. I'm glad about that. What's the point of that cinematic to tease the new legendaries? It's your typical E3 hype thing where you present something that's very intriguing, but you get actually no information beyond just some visual information, and then you're left to wonder, like, what does it mean? And I don't do a lot of theory crafting, admittedly. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's fun, like when Loxton does it. He does good theory crafting. I like his theory crafting. He's probably gonna do a theory craft on this video, actually. But pre-order the content that should have been in the base game, you cattle. No, what should have been in the base game was a better conclusion to the plot, which isn't being added by this DLC. So technically, what's being added by this DLC does not bother me. What still is lacking about the story of the Sword and Shield base game is still problematic, regardless of this DLC. So DLC is not offensive to me because, yeah. Anyways, let's move on. We're only 8 minutes in, technically.
Each part offers a different adventure, where you'll be able to visit unseen areas of the Galar region and meet new people and Pokemon that live there. There are 2 versions of the expansion pass.
Okay.
One for Pokemon Sword and one for Pokemon Shield.
How are they different?
Pokemon will appear in the different versions, and you'll also run into some different people and places.
Okay, so in other words, all right. I mean, that's fine. People with the Shield expansion pass can go throw me the Pokemon I'm missing. It's fine, no big deal. As far as the people, though, okay, so they're gonna do another thing probably where the gym leaders, some of them are probably different. It's like, I didn't get fucking Alistair and Sword, which kind of sucks, because Alistair kind of seems interesting. I had to get fucking boring Fighty Girl instead. But, I keep forgetting her name because she's so uninteresting. I was about to say unboring, but that would be the opposite of boring. Wait, hold on. What? Do you keep pausing and jumping to conclusions? Yeah, it's almost like I'm reacting as I watch something. Like, bit by bit, I react to it. It's fucking crazy, right? Bae, yeah, that's her name.
We're hoping players can continue with the classic Pokemon experience of trading with one another and working together.
Now, without further ado, let's have the director himself present more information on the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra.
By the way, for those wondering, I didn't really care. I only have Sword. I'm not playing Shield. I don't really have an interest to play Shield. The different Pokemon can be traded, and the gym leaders I'm missing, I mean, that sort of sucks, but it's not really a big deal to me. I think it's kind of unnecessary, actually, but I guess they had to. It kind of feels like they were reaching for straws when it came to, oh boy, we need to make these 2 versions different. Well, we have different Pokemon. Okay, but that's not enough. We gotta, you know what? Let's just shuffle some gym leaders out. Yeah, that's it. That's good. That's not completely unnecessary or anything, and doesn't actually add nothing whatsoever. That'll work perfectly. It gets harmless enough. It's harmless enough. The only problem I have of it is not the fact of who I get in which version. The problem I have is that I feel like these shuffled out gym leaders, the ones that were different for each game, basically by doing that, they weakened their ability to have a role in the story, I felt. Because they did seem to have the lowest role in the story. I mean, compare, like for instance, imagine for a moment, those of you that have seen me play Sword or just have played Sword, imagine how awesome the Queen is. I know she has an actual name, but the Queen. Imagine how awesome her scenes were, her gym was, her mannerisms, what she did to Bede. Now imagine if she was one of the gym leaders that was shuffled out between versions. Now imagine how they would have to either spend extra development time adapting the story for 2 different entire people for all those bits, or more likely those bits wouldn't exist because it'd be easier just to have their story be a little more generic since they're different from each version. It would take more effort to make a story for them. Milo and Nessa were pretty boring too. Agreed. I guess that's a fair point on golf, but that's it's like hearing somebody say like, man, this chocolate bar has nuts in it and it really sucks. And you're like, well, don't blame the nuts. It also has like this really shitty caramel. It's really bad. It's like, you're not making it any better though. You're not selling it to be any better by doing that. It's like, yeah, I guess that's worse than the nuts thing, but you just made the overall thing sound even worse now. So
Mr. Tani?
I agree, Orgo. I think they should have made. Well, let's see what the price is. Let's keep going. Let's see what they charge. Gym leader that's uses Randall. That's how I
I'm
remember.
Tani from Game Freak.
So she's terrible.
I'm working as the director for the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass. The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra are in development as we...
So, by the way, I just noticed something. The reason... Okay, this is kind of interesting. The Isle of Armor is clearly based on Zamazenta. You can tell by the icon there. I'm like actually pointing at the screen as if you guys can see me pointing. But the Crown Tundra, I just realized, that is that's the head of that weird green legendary we saw in that one cinematic at the end. That's that one. So where's Zacian's DLC? I guess it's going to be a part 3, maybe? Because he's not represented here. You notice? Look at the Isle of Armor picture again. I'm looking at it. I mean, I am looking at it. It's yellow. It has Zamazenta in the front. It appears to be in the shape of a shield. There are little prongs on the side which might indicate sword and shield, but I don't really see a representation of sword there. I doubt that's Zamazenta. Oh, wait, really? Well, okay, it's probably that one... Actually, yeah, good point. It's probably that one we saw again in that weird, really high-res trailer. The little trailer section, there was Were they bears? Okay, I was really kind of weirded out by that. Let's go back, actually. Let's just go back. 9:30. Let's remember we're at 9:30. Just look at them again real fast. Okay, so we have, like, angry... It just looks like a well-trained Pangoro. Pango Django has gotten serious. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know which... I mean, he doesn't really have a color scheme going, but he... Not that one. But then, these guys clearly have a color scheme, because red and blue, right? And, I mean, they really do make me think of Zamazenta and Zacian, except for not doggos, otherwise. I don't know. It could be special forms for them, or it could be completely new Pokemon. Probably completely new Pokemon, but it's just kind of weird how similar they look. Okay, maybe they don't really look similar at all. Maybe that's just my color coding just breaking my brain a little bit. It's like, oh, they're red and blue, and Sorazak and Zamazenta, they're the same Pokemon. It's like, yeah, good. That's how it works, brain. That's how. Yes, if something's the same color, it's exactly the same thing. Good work. Good work, Charms, brain. Yeah, they are Gigantamax though, because notice the clouds above their head. So it could be them still. It could still be Zacian and Zamazenta. Regardless, though, we have two of these fellers right here, right? Right? So we have two of those fellers, and then we got the weird feller. Got this weird green guy. Girl, thing. That floats in the air. And I don't know what to say about it, because it's just really... It's very odd. It has the oh, it's from Zelda. Look, it has a Triforce on its speeds. So there we go. Legend of Zelda Pokemon crossover confirmed. No, it's just a symbol. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. But yeah. But let's talk about this though. Going back to a little further. So we have the representation of Zamazenta's Gigantamax form / whatever this Pokemon that kind of reminds me of Zamazenta is, and we got the representation of Triforce Bearer. But we don't have the representation for Zacian / the other new legendary. So I'm going to assume there's probably going to be a Part 3 DLC as well. Kind of odd that they would do the two, Sword Shield Pokemon. They wouldn't do those ones first and then have Part 3 be the new third one. Because it's clear that Pokemon's the third one. It's the third of the trifecta. It's the one that is centered between the, we've done this a million times with Pokemon. We have legendary, and then here's the third one that's based around them. It's like, yes. So it's obvious that's what's going on here. It's kind of weird that Part 2 is going to be the third one rather than the first and second being Part 1 and 2. Kind of odd. We'll see what they do with that. Have you started your demo download? No, I'm not. I don't rush. I will get to it. But I'm going to beat Sword, or at least the current iteration of Sword, 100% before I do the demo of the PMD game. So anyways, let's move on with this, though.
The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra are in development as we speak. So today, we'd like to show off some designs and concept art to help introduce you to these new areas. Your adventures in Galar are getting even bigger. First, let us introduce the Isle of Armor, which focuses on the theme of growth.
Okay.
Take a look.
Because the theme of growth. By the way, Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing kind of already did that, but sure. But we can go bigger. Suddenly the planet is destroyed by Pokemon's giant foot.
The next destination in your adventure is a giant island off the shores of the Galar region known as the Isle of Armor. This island is full of beautiful nature. You'll find beaches, bogs, forests, caves, and dunes. And of course, you'll find
Okay, I'm just going to say this right now.
Forests, caves, and...
This right here kind of reminds me of the Tree of Life from Super Mystery Dungeon, because it was also a giant tree just by itself on a giant island. Kind of reminds me of that. Just going to say that.
Dunes. And of course, you'll find Pokemon that you couldn't previously find in Galar dwelling there too. There's a dojo for Pokemon battles on this
Why is fucking can somebody please kick Randall out from literally every area of these games? Because holy shit, go away, Randall.
island.
But also, you probably should be worried about the centipede on your roof that's probably going to burn it down. But you know.
And you'll take up an apprenticeship under the Pokemon trainer who runs it.
Okay.
This is Mustard, who will become your mentor.
Mustard? Okay.
He's also the mentor of Champion Leon, who you probably know
Oh.
quite well.
Okay.
In fact, Mustard has occupied the seat of champion himself in the past. You'll also encounter new rivals among your fellow apprentices. When playing with the Pokemon Sword expansion pass, you'll be training with Clara, who is a poison-type user. When playing with the Pokemon Shield expansion pass, you will be training with Avery, who is a psychic-type user.
I mean, I prefer the girl because this outfit is. Her outfit is. I mean, she does the poison thing. I think purple and green works well together, so I don't mind the weird mishmash. Plus, I actually like that outfit and use parts of it, so in the game, in Sword, so.
They're both training hard so they can someday have a gym and stadium to call their own.
But why do we need more rivals? That's all I have to really say. I mean, I don't mind this. If they do something cool with them, then they can make me eat my words. But I have a feeling that they probably won't be cool enough for me to eat my words. We'll see.
Next, we'd like to introduce the legendary Pokemon that will be central to the story.
Okay. Very angry bear. Oh, scowl.
Cubfu. It's a fighting
Cubfu. Is that really the name you're going for with this?
type Pokemon that strives to become stronger with single-minded dedication. As you progress through your training, Mustard will entrust you with this Pokemon.
Entrusted by Mustard. Good.
Once you complete your training together with Cubfu, it will be able to evolve into Urshifu.
Okay, fuck. Let's just get Pangoro over here because Pangoro's better. Can we all agree? Come on. Let's just get Pangoro back. Have him go punch something for us. Fucking... Bango Django is going to be so upset that he got ripped off. I'm just saying.
Urshifu is a Pokemon with two distinct styles.
That's true. Pangoro is already in Galar. So you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play the sword. We're gonna play expansion, right, in the stream. We're gonna get this Pokemon. We're gonna throw him in the box, and then we're gonna go pull out Pancham and pretend we're doing it with Pancham instead, and do this all with Pancham rather instead. That's what we're going to do. Because that's a better Pokemon with the exact same sort of theming.
There is Single Strike style, a fighting and dark type style that delivers a single strike at blinding speed.
Oh, it's a dark type. Interesting, kind of.
There is also Rapid Strike
Fighting dark types. Well, there's okay. Let's see. Scrafty, Scraggy, and Scrafty. I think that's the only ones I can think of that previously existed.
style, a fighting and water type style that focuses on...
And wait, hold on. Pangoro is also fighting dark, isn't it? No, wait. Am I right? Yeah, I am right. You fucking ripoff. You... Okay, well, you have different styles. I get it. So you have different... You're still ripping off, though. Don't think you're not. All right, so you got... What strikes? So you got Single Strike, which is fine dark type. So this is... You have Aegislash, Sword, and Shield forms. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
There is also Rapid Strike style, a fighting and water.
I mean, that is
type
cool
style that
in a way.
focuses on unleashing a torrent of
Okay,
rapid strikes.
Rapid Strike for... Okay. That makes sense. Falling like water.
What's
Okay, it does kind of make sense, though. There is actually... What the fuck is it called? I don't think it's related to Kung Fu, but there's a style that basically represents... Like, the idea is to change between different stances for different kind of move sets, I guess you could say. I don't remember what it's called. I don't think it's related to Kung Fu, but despite the name. But that's basically what's going on there, which is kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Is it Mantras? Mantras? No, not Mantras. Pagao's Darkfire, you just brought him up. Yeah? Why are you yelling at me? Why am I being yelled at? I don't know what's going on. I'm confused here. All right, Urshifu Gigantamax. Let's keep going.
More, it's been revealed that Urshifu has a Gigantamax form. Each style will have a different appearance.
Okay.
G-Max.
Oh, okay. That's why there's 2 parts. Because that's technically one Pokemon. Got it.
Move. You'll be able to evolve your Kubfu into an Urshifu in one of these 2 styles, Single Strike style or Rapid Strike style, during your adventure. Urshifu is a powerful Pokemon with a brand new ability, and it also has a new move for each of its 2 styles. Once you've completed your training, bring it with you for some online battles or official competitions.
Okay, I'll bring Pangoro with me on some online battles or official competitions then.
We also want to talk about Rillaboom,
Why? Okay, well, we can talk about them.
Cinderace, and Inteleon.
Again, my opinion of the starters is this. They're great.
We also
Right.
want to talk
Great.
about Rillaboom,
No, you're kind of stupid.
Cinderace,
You're all right, but not really interesting.
and Inteleon.
Why did you turn to a secret agent? You were an emo kid. How did this happen? And that's my opinions.
Final evolutions of the first 3 Pokemon you team up with in the Galar region. During your adventure in the Isle of Armor, these special partners in your teams will be able to
I mean, I get the whole sniper thing. That's again, though. You were an emo kid. How did this happen? Okay, well, I guess Oh God, Oh, I'm not going there. I almost went somewhere. I'm like, well, emo kid, then turn into a sniper. That slightly okay. Let's not go there.
You can look forward to seeing their new forms and new G-Max moves. And as you can see here, we've got even more in the works to make sure your journey is as smooth.
Look, Pokemon, it's Pokemon's fault, not mine. There, you got your Pokemon gun. Tutor moves? Alright. Apricorns? Oh, Apricorns are coming back. Alright. XP Charm. Earn more experience points for you and for your team. Yes, because it wasn't easy enough earning experience points to begin with. I absolutely needed help with that. Or, oh my goodness, I don't know what I would do. I only had like 20 different ways I could level my Pokemon. Man, I sure needed another one. Oh man, nope. My stream goers did not complain over the fact that I made a bunch of curries and suddenly overleveled my Pokemon for the league challenge, and then got really salty about it. They totally didn't happen. I didn't overlevel at all by complete fucking accident. No, I didn't fill a whole entire box full of Pokemon, attempting not to overtrain any one Pokemon. So I kept splitting it up and getting more and more Pokemon into my party box because I was just desperately trying not to overlevel, but I was still doing so. No, that didn't happen. That didn't, what? No.
And fun as possible. There are new fashion items, and you'll even be able to obtain new looks for your bike.
Yay? Bike.
We hope you'll look forward to the new experiences coming in the Isle of Armor.
Next, I'd like to discuss the Crown
Marty
Tundra,
fashion. That's actually good.
the
But it's probably only for girls, so fuck it.
second area, which has a theme of exploration. I'm going to show you
I love these themes, right? Part 1, growth. You say about literally a generation that's all about Dynamaxing any Pokemon, making it huge. This DLC is going to be about growth. Wow, I haven't seen that before. Oh, what's the other DLC going to be about? Exploration. No shit, in an RPG, exploration? What? No, what? No, I've never seen that before in Pokemon. Holy shit. These are very bad theme names, is all I'm saying here.
the information we have at the moment.
This expansion is set in the snow-swept realm of the Crown Tundra. Take a look for yourself at the beautiful scenery of this shining, silvery landscape. As it turns out, the Isle...
It's just fucking useless buzzwords. Exactly, Hyper. It's useless, though. Specifically useless buzzwords. They don't hurt or help the experience. They're useless.
scenery set in the...
By the way, this theme here that plays during this part, I've always... what? It played in the... Where did it play? Oh, right. It played when you were going towards Motostoke. Motostoke? Is that the last city? I think so. I like this song, but it always makes me think of fucking Aquatic Ambience from Donkey Kong Country 1.
The snow-swept
I just
realm
gotta
of
say
the
that.
Crown Tundra. Take a look for yourself at the beautiful scenery of this shining, silvery landscape.
Or that one song
As it
from
turns
Sonic
out,
Roll Blast
the
2.
Isle of Armor isn't the only uncharted area waiting for you all in the Galar region. In this frigid area, with its towering winter mountains, people live in small communities that support and rely on each other.
Character growth, like in reference to Kung Fu of the Isle. Oh, well, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair, Lucard. Not that that's terribly original or anything, but okay. I mean, I guess the idea of that, yeah, the Isle of Armor, or whatever it's called, it was clear that they were trying to go for, yeah, like, have this close bond with this one Pokemon and grow it into your fighting style of choice. Yeah, I get that. I'm still going to use Pangoro.
Much like on the Isle of Armor, you'll be able to find Pokemon that didn't appear in the Galar region before. Fitting right in with this area's theme of exploration, there will be plenty for you to uncover. You might find a strange temple where you least expect it, or maybe spy a mysterious giant tree growing in a place it doesn't seem to belong. A certain person will appoint you as the leader of their exploration team in the Crown Tundra.
Oh my god, Amphros, thank you. I wanted to join the exploration team. Oh wait, no, that would be Wigglytuff. Thanks, Wigglytuff. I didn't know there was going to be crossover between PMD and the main series. Cool.
You can gear up for adventure, and then head out to explore blizzard-swept fields, and even deep inside Pokemon dens, which you could only previously get a glimpse of during max raid battles.
Okay, that's actually kind of a cool idea, actually. I didn't think they would do that, but that's kind of neat. And admittedly, here's the thing. This theme about exploration, taking within the context... I was making a big jape about it earlier, but taking within the context of Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, fairly linear, one wild area. Oh, it's an okay wild area. I didn't really feel like I was really doing a ton of exploring Sword and Shield. So if they take this region and they actually make it expansive with like nooks and crannies and stuff, that would actually be neat. So they will live up to that theme if they do that.
Next, we'd like to introduce Calyrex, the legendary Pokemon you'll discover during your adventure.
Ask your doctor if Calyrex is right for you. That's the first thing I think of when I see that name.
Legends say this Pokemon...
Please don't use if you are pregnant. Please only use for up to 2 weeks in time periods. Do not use if you have a history of allergic reactions to grass.
Once
All right,
you'll
let's see
discover during your adventure. Legends say this Pokemon once ruled over a part of Galar that included the Crown Tundra.
Psychic grass.
It's characterized by its graceful, regal movements. Get ready to experience a never-before-told story about...
Why do we have so many floating Pokemon with giant heads? Like, think about it. You got the... I've already forgot its name, but Sword Shield introduced that really big cotton Pokemon. Right? And then... you also got Cottony and its things that it evolves from. And it's just, we've been doing this a lot, actually. Like, okay, well, to be fair, it doesn't have... Cottony's evolutions. Actually, no, wait. It's not just Cottony. You also got Jumpliff, right? There's just a lot of things that, like, float that are grass types. And we've been doing this a lot, and I'm just kind of wondering why. But, all right, whatever.
graceful, regal movements. Get ready to experience a never-before-told story about the mysteries of Calyrex.
It does look a lot like Eldergloss, though, in its
Crown
general
Tundra
shape.
will have a new form of co-op play as well.
Oh, yeah?
This will allow you and friends to enter and explore Pokemon dens that exist underground in the Crown Tundra.
Are they going to be, like, randomized?
Deep inside the dens, you may see legendary Pokemon from past games Dynamaxing before your eyes. You'll be able to meet and make allies of all kinds of legendary before
Okay,
your
wait.
eyes.
Who are we covering here? Let's see.
You'll be able...
So we got Mewtwo. Because Mewtwo... Because it's not enough to give him 2 different Mega Forms.
to meet and make...
Let's over-focus individual Pokemon again. Okay, to be fair, though... Oh, my boyfriend is going to be immediately interested in hearing about it. Well, he's already watched this, actually, earlier today. But I'm sure he's interested in the Lugia, because he loves Lugias. I'm interested in the legendary doggos. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm glad they're showing up. I'd like to take my... I never decide. I'm never able to decide which one I like the most, actually. Ho is also, I like Ho. bet it's gonna turn to like a fiery phoenix, probably.
Allies of all.
And then we got, you know, so they're actually including a hell of a lot of the legendaries. It seems like I'm like immediately thinking like, no, I think that covers all the legendaries. Like Gen 1 legendaries, we already have Mew. We actually already have Mew available in Sword and Shield. Rayquaza is fine. I don't really care for this generation's legendaries too much.
Kinds of
You know, the emotion, blah 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 Pokemon. These guys are all right, I guess. I always forget their names. They're all right.
legendary Pokemon.
And you got, you know, the Elvis theme starts playing somewhere.
During your adventures in the Crown Tundra.
So all of them,
including ones you'll be able to catch through this co-op play.
You literally wait. I see Heat. I even see weirdos like Heatran. Okay, so actually, like all of them, interesting. Like Heatran, if you're including Heatran, you're probably including all the legendaries at that point. That's kind of my rule. That's like my litmus test. If you care about Heatran, that means you cared about all the others. Because Heatran is just kind of there. He's not that important. Okay, he had a bit of storyline in fucking whatever game he came from, like the third release of that, or like whatever. What's his Black 2 White 2 where he had point? I don't fucking remember. But yeah. Oh wait, hold on. No, if they have the best way to check is if they have Verizon Wireless. If they have Verizon Wireless, then yeah, they cared about all the legendary. Let's see. Is Verizon Wireless here though? I didn't see Verizon Wireless. Hold on. If you're fucking confused about what I'm saying, just think for a little bit.
Ones you'll be able to.
I don't see Verizon Wireless here. So I don't know. Maybe it's not all legendaries. It could be though. If they included Verizon Wireless, then they include them all. That's the best way to put it. The Pokemon Virizion, also known as, whenever I saw its name the first time, I was like, oh, Verizon Wireless, hi. And then I called it that forever. Virizion Wireless. That would be the phone brand in like the Pokemon regions. I bet that exists. Virizion Wireless, probably. Virizion is concluded in the Swords of Justice, so I think it's pretty much guaranteed. To be fair, that would be thematic.
Catch through this co-op play.
Okay.
It also appears that some brand new legendary Pokemon are also waiting to be found somewhere in this land.
By the way, is anybody else amused by the English narrator a lot of times? He's like, brand new legendary Pokemon. Oh boy, guys.
And combined with the Isle of Armor, dozens of new clothing items will be added.
Oh good, I can look like the worst Pokemon villain in history.
Isle of Armor, dozens of...
You know, that one on the right. Oh good, because I chose to be a Mel, I get to have that outfit and not fucking Best Girl Marnie. Alright, cool.
New clothing items will be added.
Wait, holy shit, wait, hold on.
With the Isle of Armor, dozens
just
of new
the
clothing
last
items
ones
will be added.
Correct me if I'm wrong. What are they representing? Team Flare and yeah, that is Ghetsis' mask. I thought so. Oh good, we can become evil. Team Flare and Ghetsis. I thought so.
Plus, there will be new battles waiting for you to challenge once you complete your entire game, including the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. We can't go into the details of everything, but we're working on planning and developing new ways to enjoy
Also, this grass...
We can't
I gotta say...
details of everything, but we're working on planning and developing new ways...
This guy just does not impress me. He's got just like this, like, I am a very serious character kind of expression, but then he's like, I got little dangly legs, woo! It's like, I don't know about this design. Also, it really just looks like they took Eldegoss, or like, let's just take Eldegoss' design, like, retrofit a legendary to it. There we go.
To enjoy Pokemon, even as we speak.
I'll have to see how it animates.
The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra areas themselves are actually two key examples of the things we're working on. Both areas are in fact seamless maps, much like the wild area you can already experience in the Galar region, where players are able to move around freely and control the camera. Of course, you'll be able to connect with other trainers and play with them too.
Okay, so they're actually... Alright, so these particular DLCs will be completely open, which... That is interesting, because, one, that's good, but also possibly bad. Because you have to remember, in the wild area, for Sword and Shield, if you had online on, for those of you that weren't watching my streams, whenever I turned online on, you could very easily notice the fucking chop of the frames at times. because it was loading people and going like, oh god, I don't know how to do this, and also run the fucking environment. It's like it was kind of struggling. So if these whole areas are open, that means they're probably going to be bigger than the existing wild area in Sword and Shield, which means more chop unless they actually manage to optimize it this time. So we'll see. We'll either see or I'm going to keep online fucking off. One or the other. We'll see what happens.
There will be Pokemon dens as well, and you'll be able to engage in max raid battles against Pokemon that haven't previously...
However, I'll still take chop over like really linear small zones. So I'm willing to take frame drops for an interesting area. Yeah, I'm willing to take frame drops for an interesting area.
appeared in the Galar region. There's more to see and do on the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra than there was even in the wild area.
Well, I would hope so, because the wild area was not really that interesting. I mean, it was okay. The wild area was an okay experiment. That is what I would deem it. An okay experiment where I spent some time in it, got really bored that I kept running to Pokemon I couldn't catch, stopped caring for the rest of the game, then came back at the end to catch the ones I could that I needed, because at that point I had all the badges. That's how my wild area experience went. Checked it out a little bit, went like, oh, this is not really letting me do that much. I'll come back at the end of the game. Came back at the end of the game. That's basically my experience of it. So it didn't really do a good job engaging me. Fortunately, I would hope that's not going to be a problem with these, because I already have all the badges by the time I get to these places. So they're going to be new areas I can explore fresh and fully at the same time, which is good. That's probably going to be a lot more fun. So yeah.
We'll bring you more information about them in future news reports, so please stay tuned.
What did you think?
Eh.
We at Game Freak are all working hard to bring you new content,
That's what I think.
so you can spend more time having fun in the Galar region. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come.
I'm excited to know the price. Actually, it says we can pre-order, right?
Thank you, Mr. Tani. On the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra,
So I can go look that up.
you'll see some familiar Pokemon that didn't appear in the Galar region before.
I would, yes?
There will be more than 200 Pokemon species
Oh, good.
that
Good
appear
bug.
in these areas, and
Yeah, you
can
like it,
add
Rock.
to your team,
Fuck yeah.
including the legendary Pokemon mentioned before.
But what about Poochyena? Please? Poochyena? That's like the one thing I noticed. That I was like, oh damn, it's not in this game. Like, that was the one Pokemon that I thought about in Sword and Shield. Like, I was like, this is the one I regret. Because fucking, I want Tucker.
Additionally, we'll be distributing free updates for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield that will coincide with the releases of the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. These updates will allow people who don't have the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion pass to obtain the Pokemon that appear on the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra through other means.
Okay, so basically they're going to update the base game so that the new content can technically, like Pokemon-wise, can still be accessed. Okay, alright. I mean, alright. That's good.
Such as trading.
That's kind of necessary
Players
to
will
keep
also
the
be able to
online
bring
trading
over
functional.
Pokemon to their game.
Okay, this thing. So I don't know much about Pokemon Home, but there's a lot of people that fucking hate it, and I know that. So I'm gonna watch this.
Players will also be able to bring over Pokemon to their games from the cloud service Pokemon Home, as long as the Pokemon appear in the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion packs.
Okay, you just confirmed that all Pokemon are not being added by the expansion pass. Gotcha. So in other words, that doesn't help the people that were mad about Pokemon Home, because it'll let you move some, but it won't let you move them all. The thing that pisses people off about Pokemon Home, and I sympathize with this, I don't think it's a big deal if you're going to put your Pokemon Home and then you can't move them forward right now. I don't think that's a big deal. However, the fact that if you put your Pokemon in Pokemon Home, you can't transfer them back is a problem. I agree with that. That is a problem. You should be able to move them back with no... I don't know why. I don't know. I'm trying to like think to myself like why you shouldn't be able to move them back. Now this isn't supposed to be a video about me reviewing Pokemon Home, but since they brought it up, I don't get it. Yeah, why can't you take like with Pokemon Bank? That was the older one. That was the older version of the storage box with Pokemon Bank, could you always transfer back? Does anybody know? Does anybody use Pokemon Bank? I never use these things, so I wouldn't really know much about them. But I'm pretty sure, I never heard any backlash of Bank, so I'm pretty sure with Bank you could probably swap back and forth all the time, all you want, as long as the Pokemon were compatible with the game you're swapping them into. But yeah, 200 extra Pokemons gives you a pretty solid chance of... Okay, but the chances lowered Zeus because they showed Lycanroc, and since they already showed one doggo, that means less chance of another doggo. So, for instance, less chance of Houndour. That's another thing, though. It could also be Houndour instead of Poochyena. Could be Poochyena, Houndour. They're now more at risk. Lillipup, they're more at risk because they showed Lycanroc. So, it's less likely now. Not impossible, less likely. The Bank you couldn't transfer... Wait, Bank you couldn't transfer back either? Okay, then we're getting into double standard territory because I didn't hear everybody bitch about Bank, but I hear everybody bitch about Home. Granted, Home, with the Home issue, it's now more a larger deal because Home, the games moving forward from Home are games that don't have all the Pokemon. While with Bank, that was not an issue. So I understand that, but it's complicated. This topic is complicated. I think we're going to move on.
Pokemon Home is planned to launch in February 2020.
I'm going to, poke into that. I'm sure it's just free, right? Pokemon Home is a paid service. Oh, okay. I mean, I should check it out and review it, because there's been so much talk about it.
We intend to release even more details before then, so please wait just a little bit longer.
If that costs money, that's kind of weird.
Finally, we have some more news for our Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield players. Starting today, it seems like you're more likely to run into Gigantamax Colossal,
Oh, I need that. Oh, wait, do I need that?
Gigantamax Lapras, and Gigantamax Flapple or Gigantamax Appleton in
don't-
max raid battles in the wild area.
I don't think I need any
Face
of
these
those.
powerful Pokemon with your friends.
I think I have those ones.
There will also be a
Recorded.
software update going live available later today.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll
Once
see
you've
about that
received
update.
the update, head to Wedgehurst Station.
All right.
In Pokemon Sword, you'll encounter Clara.
Oh.
While in Pokemon Shield, you'll run into Avery.
Okay.
You'll also encounter a Galarian Slowpoke that's wandered in from the Isle of Armor. You can try to catch it and add it to your team.
Oh.
Galarian Slowpoke can evolve into Galarian Slowbro if you use an item that can be found on the Isle of Armor.
I'm not sure if I... That's kind of clever. It's like have a little sneak peek at the content even if you don't buy it, basically. That's kind of what they're doing here. But at the same time, it's like, hey, you want to evolve this Pokemon you just got? Well, you do need to get the DLC for that. It's like... you could argue that that is slimy, but you could also argue that's clever. I don't think that's really that slimy, actually. I don't really mind that decision. I'm mulling it over in my head. I'm like, you know what, though? It's free content. It's not forcing you. Sure, why not? Why not have a little extra free content? It's not really harmful. You still could just get the Evo traded to you. Yeah, that's true, too.
Or into
the
Galarian
item.
Slowking if you use an item that can be found in the Crown Tundra. Don't forget to check it out.
What did you think? Today, we've finally been able to show you some of what we at Game Freak are hoping to achieve going forward. We hope we've been able to get you excited for the continuing adventures waiting for you in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Each part offers a different adventure. We'll do our best to fill it to the brim with adventures like you've never experienced before.
Whether you're just starting with Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, or you've done everything there is to do, we'll do our best to develop something that everyone can enjoy.
Stay tuned for more updates in the future.
My thanks to everyone from Game Freak. The Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass, which contains both the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, will be available for pre-purchase on Nintendo eShop later today.
Okay, so you guys were mentioning $30, and I was like, I don't know, that sounds kind of expensive for each one. Okay, if it's $30 for both of them, that makes that significantly more fair, because I was thinking it was going to be $30 for that one and $30 for that one. Okay, so that's not so bad now. That's basically you're spending $15 per DLC, and that seems like an okay price for a DLC. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to complain about. I would prefer it was 10, but I can't really complain about 15. No, It's it. All right, so let's review this real fast. So, so things I as a streamer have to do. February, check out Pokemon Home, take a look at it, because people are February, yeah, do that because people have been controversy. It comes out in February. Okay, check it out. Let's see, was it March? Start playing PMD again. Since that's going to release then. June, play the first DLC. And fall, well, it says fall, so they don't say when fall, but I'm going to say late fall. Later fall, play second DLC. I have a lot of Pokemon things to do this year, it seems. Not to mention, we still have to finish Sword, which we're going to start doing tomorrow, by the way, for the stream tomorrow. Continue on the post game, and hopefully you guys can come by and help me maybe get some of the Pokemon forms I'm missing. I need to get some Gigantamax guys. I need to get a Mew. That Mew's the big one. Like, I need to figure out somebody who has a fucking Mew. I think Selena was going to get a Mew at some point soon, and then was willing to like drop it off to me for a second so I could get the entry. If you're wondering for those unaware, I'm trying to get every single Pokedex entry in Sword and Shield, or well, Sword, not Shield because Shield has his own, but I'm trying to get every Pokedex entry in Sword, which basically means get every Pokemon, get Mew because it doesn't technically count for the get every Pokemon, but it is another Pokemon. Get all the Gigantamax forms because they have their entries, and then get every alternate form like the Zen mode of fucking Darumaka and stuff like that, because those have their own entries. So that's kind of my personal goal. Still working on it, but making good progress. I gotta get some more fucking Alcremie forms for that to work. Not all of them, thank God for that, but there's certain categories. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. I got a lot to do, I guess, and then we also have to check out the demo after I'm done with the current Sword content. But before the DLC, so goodness me. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, on golf I may as well do that. So
you'll also be able to access Nintendo eShop directly from the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield menu once you install the latest update for your game.
Now we made it even easier for you to buy more stuff. Oh, look, a Pichu.
As a special purchase bonus, we've also prepared some clothing items that can be used starting today. Okay,
well, you kind of won me with the Eevee shirt, I have to admit. I was just kind of like cursing under my breath because I'm like, this is so fucking cheap. It was like, you can get this thing. It's like, but I like it though.
Pokemon will continue to try new things in 2020 to bring fun and joy to people around the world. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, we're gonna be cutting into my cutting it slightly into my computer save up money fund, but that's all right. This is all kind of important, so I will buy it all. I guess I'll buy the expansion pass on stream tomorrow because I mean if it's gonna give me a shirt right away, we can look at it in stream as I get it. So I'll do it on stream. As far as the demo of PMD, I'll get that a little bit here. Actually, let's just get it now as we finish this video and talk about this. So, my opinion of that direct about everything we saw there, it's mixed. It's definitely mixed because I'm glad that it's getting the expansion material that is significant. I am disappointed it costs money, but the price is fair enough at least. It could be better, but I don't feel like it's a ripoff. It's disappointing to hear that this DLC update will not add all the Pokemon in, but if it's at another 200, that's still a fair number. I mean, I don't know what that brings us up to percentage-wise for like how many Pokemon are missing at that point, but that is good. That's progress. Can't complain about progress, even if it's not all the progress you wanted. The pre-order costs come as codes, by the way, so you might want to do it off stream. How about this? I'll do it on stream, but when I do the pre-order thing, when I choose the option, the menu, I will blank out. I will blank out things for you guys. I'll just do it. I'll do it myself, without you guys being able to see what I'm doing. But I'll still be doing it on stream, just without the visual for that section, just to be safe in case it does show a code or some shit. Also because I'm purchasing something, which might be better to do off screen, anyways. But yeah, let me go ahead and fire up the Switch. Give me 1 second, so we can go ahead and get this the demo for the PMD game. And we can discuss as we do that. All right, so here you go. Expand your adventure with Sword and Shield for Shield's expansion. Watch the entire Pokemon Direct right here. Try out the demo. It is kind of nice to see the featured news just covering nothing but Okay, would you XSplit, please? XSplit has stopped responding. What are you doing, XSplit? Hold on. XSplit's just like, yeah, you know what? You're trying to click me, but I don't give a shit. All right, hold on a second. XSplit, please. I just told you to minimize. That's all. It's not that complicated. All right, there we go. All right. All right, Beerus. But yeah, let's see. Let's discuss this as a group, though. As I oh, by the way, we have another little sneak peek here. Shakedown Hawaii. I got a new review key, switch review key right there. So just there you go. Open up the news, but let's see. Hyper's saying the only reason anybody's okay with this because Game Freak is bringing its goodwill to smuggle stuff into the pregame. Hyper's not treating to speak for anybody. Hyper. Look, it's okay to have an opinion, dude, but please don't do the bullshit where I'm like, everybody thinks this way because I said so. Please don't be that asshole, Hyper. Please don't be that asshole. Please don't be that. I included everybody else, so I sounded more important with what I said. Please don't do that. I'm actually kind of curious. Such a trailer. It's a brand new Pokemon Direct here, so you know what that means. It's time to tie your cap, put on your game face, learn about a couple new announcement, and also make some monetization money by reacting to it. Yes. You also get Pokemon blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Just looking at stuff. All right, let's actually just look at this. I mean, it's fine to just look at it, right? I mean, there's no harm in that. I'm not gonna buy it right here, but I'm just gonna take a look at it. A look-see, make sure the price is what it says it is. Now, it's really weird because this is a Canadian Switch, but for some reason it still displays money in USD. I don't really get that, but yeah. So that's actually going to cost me a bit more in Canadian, but that's all right. But yeah, it only requires sword, which is nice. And so I'll get this bought up a little bit, like I said, later tomorrow's stream. Well, later today's stream at this point. I think it's after midnight. Yeah. But all right, you know, like, that's cool. So, software required, blah, 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 blah. Huh. Hold on a second. I'm kind of actually curious here. There's a bundle here. I'm just seeing something. So, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, it's... Nintendo, you could have at least offered a slight discount on the bundle. Come on. Oh, well, whatever. It's the same price. It's literally the same price. Like, they didn't even up it to an $89.99 to make it sound more even. By the way, this is a real tangent, but is anybody else bothered about prices being like $59.99? I always just think to myself, dude, just call it $60. I'd feel so much better if I wasn't having like 1 penny left over afterwards. Just, it's $60. It's $30. Please. It's an age-old tried and true marketing tactic that I've never liked. Anyways, but yeah, let's see here. Hyper is not a 4chaner. I think he was on 4chan at one point, but he's not a 4chaner. Not anymore, at least. The expansion pass is only for Pokemon Sword. If you are playing Shield, please pick the Pokemon Shield expansion pass. Adventure continues with the Pokemon Sword expansion pass containing new stories, experiencing Pokemon encounter, new wild areas exploring, meeting new returning legendaries along the way. Expansion pass contains 2 expansions. And there's the... Oh, look. Yeah, okay, well, okay. So that Nintendo Direct stated fall... Right? 2020 for the second DLC. This right here says for release by 11/30/2020. So it looks by the start of next December, we shall have the DLC. So it could happen as late as that. All right. So when you purchase the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass, you'll receive Pikachu uniform and Eevee uniform. Okay, good. It's both. You know, I would like a bigger version of that one shirt I have where Pikachu and Eevee are beating each other up. I would like a bigger one of those. That'd be kind of neat, but it's not going to happen. Like one that's more obvious to look at. Probably a placeholder date. Yeah, it's like the literal end of, like the literal furthest back they could do. Just so that somebody doesn't go, but you said it was going to be released by then. Why is it later than that? It's like, yeah, so they can't have that problem. So when you purchase the expansion pass, you'll receive an email to the address register on your Nintendo account, contain the serial code, select the mystery gift, and get with code password from the in-game menu and enter the serial code. Fair enough. I'll do that. I'll do the code entry part just off screen, and then I'll hit confirm, and then I'll pull the feedback up, so that way nobody can still snipe the code or something. That's fair. So I'll get both. Though there are serial codes for both of the uniforms, I will get 2 codes technically then. All right. I'm down. Anyways, yeah, that part where you can also the new content we'll be able to check out where like the fucking slowpoke shows up. Okay, here's the thing though. I was being really silly when I saw the slowpoke. I was like, oh, it's slowpoke, but he got paid on. Must be a new form. Here's the thing. I was making fun of that, but I actually like slowpoke. He's a cool poke. I like slowpoke. He's good. He's good. He's a good little derp. I'm fond of him. So it's not a big deal. I'm interested to see what he evolves into. You can get both, but only get them each once. Yes, that's true. So let's go over here too, because there's a demo that we need to download apparently. So we'll do that. But yeah, I have mixed opinions on this update. So with the mystery dungeon here, let's cover the 2 topics because it's 2 different things. Let's cover the 2 topics individually. Mystery dungeon, the first thing that was in the video. My opinion is part of me is sighing and going, Nintendo, why do you just keep remaking shit? But another part's me like, but to be fair, this is a very old game at this point. Like, this is super fucking old. And it's good. It's a good game. I'm glad to see it probably hit new audiences. That's good, actually. Like, I'm very happy that it will be reaching you. Oh, God, I'm going to cut into, like, half of my computer fund, I just realized. I'm going to spend 60 on this and 30 on the other thing. And then CAD, that's more than that much. So it's going to be, like, over 100 CAD. And I have, like, 230 CAD saved up right now. So that's going to cut to, like, half of it. Guys, as always, thank you very much for your subscriptions and donations. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be able to do this. So, thank you. You guys make this possible. You guys make all of this possible. Just want to point that out. Also, I think out of all Pokemon that just got into a paint bucket, got paint on them, Slowpoke's probably a really good choice for that. Like, that seems like a very Slowpoke thing to do. So, I have no problem with that. Oof. Yes, again, I appreciate all support you guys give, whether monetary or viewership. I need it. But let's see. Let's read the description. Oh my god, this is adorable. Is this the original description? Oh my god. So this is adorable. Right below the picture here. What would you do if you woke up one morning and you were a Pokemon? That was the original tagline. That was the original tagline for the first PMD games when they first released. That was on the back of the box art in big text. There was a bunch of like promotional banners. There was a lot of promotion for the original PMD game. Like, games, be it Randomly Rescue Team. There was, like, banners up in Walmart and shit, and there was, like, stands here and there all over in stores. And the big comment on it, every single one, was, what would you do if you woke up one morning and you were a Pokemon? And it was, like, so, like, whoa, that's a really good concept. I like that. It's, like, it's not super complicated, but it's, like, a good concept. And that first tagline is what grabs everybody who's a fan pretty much, except for those who joined later, but fuck them. No, not really. But yeah, it's cool to see that tagline again, honestly. You must embark on a journey to explore mysterious dungeons in this reimagination of the 2 games that started the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. Okay, reimagination. This gives me a little more information. Remember when I was watching the video just a little bit ago, and I noticed that the world map displayed in that PMD segment was not matching up to the original PMD game? All right, reimagination makes that word fits in well with what I saw with that map, because it did look like a reimagined version of the world map. So I'm kind of curious about what they're doing there. So reimagination can mean a lot of things. It's definitely a buzzword. It's one of those words that that sounds exciting but doesn't really describe anything, so the company doesn't have to be held to any particular one thing. But reimagination does tend to imply more than just, well, we remastered it. It usually implies more than, we just updated the art. So we'll see what it does. That's kind of interesting. Combine the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team games originally released in 2006. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX comes to life in the Nintendo Switch system with a beautiful watercolor-inspired art style. And now, mind you, I don't mind just a new coat of paint. For instance, I think Majora's Mask 3DS was a good idea, and that looks really nice. And I'm kind of glad that got that visual update because it really made the environments look a lot nicer. And they were always good environments. So I'm okay with a new coat of paint. I just want more than a new coat of paint, you know? Hopefully this has more than a new coat of paint, but even if it doesn't, it's still definitely a good game. And I'm glad it's showing up for more people that probably missed it back in the day. God, some people who will play this were not born when it originally released, and that kind of blows my mind a bit. Yeah, so I'll get this purchased in a little while. May as well. Download the demo and carry your progress to the full game. Actually, Chunsoft is still involved in this, I think, right? Actually, let's see here. That's a really good question. Is Chunsoft making this remake? That's something I want to... Hold on. Give me a sec. This is important. Chunsoft was the ones that made the PMD series. I credit Chunsoft for figuring out how to make an actually good storyline in a Pokemon game. Like, seriously. The PMD series are my favorite Pokemon games. The main series can be good, but they will never fucking hold a candle to the level of storytelling that the PMD games. Even Gates, which is the weakest entry, has a better story than I think any other mainline series Pokemon game. So, yeah. Also, okay, so there's some stuff going on in the chat. I haven't been paying too much attention to that. Let's go ahead and just review what you guys are saying while I go and look this up real fast. Multitasking is hard. Let's see. All right, I'm just doing a little research here. Please tell me who makes this. It's really hard to tell. I do think Chunsoft is still involved in this. Though I don't really see Nintendo screwing up the story they already made. So I'm not really too worried. Okay, confirmed. Spike Chunsoft is developing it. Just confirmed that. So that's good. I trust those guys, honestly. Oh. Somehow, Bulbapedia has a bit more information on this subject. Interesting. Let me go ahead and pull this up then. You guys may or may not be able to see all the text, but it's fine. New features including pressing the L button to automatically move the player and the team until the enemies approach. So that's a feature that was in the 3DS games. A button selects the best move against an opponent. Okay. Kind of like the easier functionality of Sword and Shield, where it's like easier to find a super effective move. 5 additional team members can be added while in dungeon for a total of 8 teammates. Okay, all right. Some new items like the Bank Orb, Gummies can already be taken. Oh, good, Gummies are back. I love Gummies. That was the one thing I was kind of disappointed they got removed from later PMD games. Gummies. They're fun. They let you kind of mod your Pokemon basically, if you're not familiar with them. Okay, this is all just stuff they found via the demo, so I'm not going to look too heavily into it, but let's just see here. So the playable characters, all right. I think that's the same. Is that the same lineup as the original game? I'm pretty sure that's the same lineup as the original game. So nothing too crazy here. Yeah, it says right here, they're one of the 16 returning Pokemon from the original game. All right. All right. It's cool. But yeah, confirmed up here, by the way. Developer spiked Chunsoft. So that is good. They know what they're doing. So let's see here though. I'm gonna go through the chat now, which I'm going to possibly regret. But someone posted a picture about him abusing a cat. What the fuck? Why is that the first thing I landed on while reading the chat? Okay, anyways, let's see. Smeargle did it. Smeargle painted Slowpoke. Smeargle's a meanie. Actually, I wonder if Smeargle will come back. Well, the thing they did with the game is kind of weird out the art style they used for the region match. If I don't want to spoil. Well, you didn't spoil because we just saw it. Tell me immediately knew I was streaming tonight. Yep. Kiyoshi doesn't know why he came to the stream. Controversial opinions are going to make him hostile. Well, to be fair, Kiyoshi, I think Hyper's the only one that's like fighty. So chill, just chill, everybody. And J1 asked me, do you remember the commercials of the games, like for the original PMD? Dude, do you remember the anime episodes? Actually, I think somebody mentioned that too earlier. Yeah, there was so much fucking love put into the original PMD games. Like the Red and Blue Rescue Team had a lot of coverage. Explorers had a fair amount of coverage too. Really missed that. I hope this revitalizes the series. Actually, that would be really cool. I hope that's a thing that happens. But yeah. Now, as a streamer though, and as a streamer that is known for Pokemon stuff, I have to buy this shit. So I'm gonna be dropping down, I guess, 90 USD. Oh. I mean, I guess I don't have to do it right now because it's all pre-order stuff, but I may as well get it out of the way. That way I don't have to worry about it later. I'm not a very rich boy. I might be getting more popular, but I really don't make that much money as far as like, you know, a normal job does. Like a normal job would probably make more money than what I do, but that's all right. Because I have fun doing what I do. So it's kind of worth the lack of revenue. But also I'm growing. I'm getting more revenue as time goes on. So if I just stick with it, like, dude, I'm going to get somewhere with this. Actually, by the way, speaking of the PMD anime stuff, the anime specials, I was tempted to watch that with you guys for like a joint stream using Pokeflix, which is actually a website for Pokemon stuff, to watch Pokemon shows. At some point, maybe I'll do that. Oh, Spike Chunsoft also wrote Danganronpa. I don't know much about Danganronpa, but I do know it's like a mystery thing. And like seriously, if you're gonna write a mystery series and it's popular, then you probably are a good storyteller. Like honestly, that's kind of is a good evidence of that. Apricorns. Tubby said he was excited for Apricorns. I understand that. That makes sense. I like Apricorns. They're kind of fun. It's kind of fun to build your own Pokeball. I always enjoyed it from Gold and Silver. Uncle said, what would be annoying is if the full version suddenly would have a few new starter Pokemon, and you already started with an old one in the demo. Wait, of Sword and Shield we're talking, I assume. I don't know what that means, but you can probably explain it if you want. Alright, let's scroll down through this. Oh my god, there's just so much chatting. You guys got very chatty. Let's see here. Sadly, you can't get review keys from it. Nintendo gave me review keys. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nope, I'm gonna have to take this out of pocket and hope it. I'm gonna have to invest into this and hope that I make back in streaming revenue and donations and stuff. It's a risk for reward thing, you know. It's like I wonder if doing. Oh shit.
Let's help it. 3.
I did not see what. XSplit refuses to open, so I don't actually know what was sent. 1 second. XSplit's being really fucking weird tonight. No, fuck you. Go to dashboard. Oh, Tubby! $3 is a good start. Thanks, dude. But yeah, with stuff like this, like, if I buy this and then make content on it, will I make the revenue back? Probably not. But that it won't stop me from doing it. Because I want to and I enjoy it. And I enjoy seeing people excited. So, you know, it's fine. Let's see here. I'm going to go through the rest of chat and then I'm going to finish up with my opinions. So let's see here. Key Squid said, it's been my biggest wish that each game gets its own full-fledged anime because the Explorers Sky and Rescue Team deserve it. Be nice. Never going to happen. Would be nice. You meant Mystery Dungeon. On Golf meant Mystery Dungeon with the starter thing. Okay, so the full version have you new starter Pokemon, you already started an old one demo. No, I don't think so. It's probably going to be a case where I can just play the start of the game and then save at a certain point and I can't go past it, and then when I get the full version I can continue to move forward. That's probably how it's going to work. And Frank, I can comfortably afford it. It's just going to delay my getting a new computer. That's really all it is. Alright, so let's see. Worry about Danganronpa. Get very dark. That's fine. Honestly, PMD has also showed me that Chunsoft can get fucking dark. Because the PMD games have gone fucking dark sometimes. And not in a bad way. It's good. What if later the full version had 4 more new ones to it? Oh, and Golf, I guess, well, I don't know. I'd probably still stick with Charmander, so it doesn't That doesn't matter too much. Once they throw Poochyena in there, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta restart. But yeah, so let's finish up my opinions, right? Mystery Dungeon, Massacre Team TX. I'm a little chill. I'm a little about Nintendo remaking every single fucking game, and I would have preferred a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, but I'm not gonna fucking look a gift horse in the mouth. A lot of people were worried that there would ever be another PMD game, so I'm perfectly happy with a remake of one of the best games. Yeah, I said it was the second worst, but that's like saying, oh man, I only made $5 today instead of like 50 or 30 the other days. It's like, yeah, but you still made some fucking money, so it's still not a bad thing. It's still not a bad thing. It's not as much as this other thing. It's not as good as this other thing, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You know? So, yeah, this is a great game. This is seriously a great game, so I'm glad to see it's being remade, and I will play it, and I will probably enjoy it. Unless they fucked up something really hard. Hopefully they didn't do that. But it's Chunsoft doing it, so I have faith in them. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is good. I hope this gets good support. I hope there's a lot of people that buy this because, again, there's a lot of people that really love PMD. There's a fuck ton of people that really love PMD. You could still call it more niche than the people who love the main Pokemon games, but fuck, that is a large niche. And so those people who are constantly worried that Nintendo would abandon the series, this is good. This is good that this is happening. It's clearly, I think if people buy this might be Nintendo going like, well, we don't really know if PMD is popular enough for another game, considering how the last one didn't sell that great. Like, PSD was a wonderful game, but I don't think it made like the number of sales Nintendo was hoping for. So I think this is Nintendo going like, well, we don't really know if it's worth making another PMD game. Let's do a remake and see what the reception is like, and then we'll go from there. That's probably what they're doing. So if this thing sells well, that's probably going to encourage an actually like completely new PMD game. I'm going to assume, and that's something I'd like to encourage. As long as Chunsoft's on board, let them at it. They're good. They're a good company. They know what they're doing. Gameplay may not be for everybody, but I think the story is good for everyone. Even if you don't, here's a honest public statement: if you don't care about PMT's gameplay, completely understandable. Random dungeon stuff isn't for everybody. In fact, it's not even really for me. I don't really normally care about that much. The only other time I ever cared about a Mystery Dungeon game was Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon. But the fact is, the story draws me in so much that I'll play the game that is normally not a type of game I play because I still fucking love it. As you guys saw with PSMD and how I played it through. 100%ed it, if you remember. But yeah, so I hope this gets sells well, because I think it'll probably generate a new PMD game, like a completely new one, later on down the line, if this one sells well. So we'll see how it goes. And as far as seeing how it goes, I'll be checking out the demo, not tomorrow, not later today. We're going to do Sword. We're going to go through Sword. We're going to try to do everything I can possibly do in Sword before I hit this demo up. And it'll probably be... that probably means I'll hit this demo up, 2 weeks from now or something. I'd say. That's just my random guess. We'll see how long the rest of the Sword content takes me. I don't really know. But we'll see. We're going to make a hard push into it later today. Alright, so that is my opinion about Mystery Dungeon. Again, I'm not huge on Nintendo remakes, but this is a wonderful game to remake. I'm happy to revisit it. One of the few times I'll say that about a game, because normally I don't revisit games, much like I don't revisit books. After I beat it, I'm like, I'm done. But no, I'll be happy. I was actually going to revisit Red and Blue Rescue Team anyways for a stream. This is a much better way to do it than revisiting the originals, unless, of course, these are messed up in some way, but I don't think so. I don't think that's likely. As for Sword and Shield, well, this expansion news. Well, first off, they had me spooked at the beginning with the whole expansion pass, because I immediately thought to all the other game companies that do passes where it's like, yeah, just pay fuck ton of money or pay a certain amount of money every month, and then, it's just a fucking subscription, and then you'll get this new content. It's like, no, I don't like that. But this is much more reasonable than, I don't know why they call it an expansion pass. I guess it technically, literally is an expansion pass. It's a pass to access the expansion, but they could have named it something slightly less bad sounding. But yeah, this seems like pretty good content overall. I'm interested in checking it out. especially if they're taking the wild area concept and making it the entire point of each expansion, which is good because what I felt about Pokemon Sword when it came to Sword and Shield, but when it came to the wild area, is they had this little wild area, acted like it was a big deal, and then the rest of the game was just normal linear game. And it kind of felt like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. Like, well, we want to do something different and be an open world Pokemon game, but also, oh, we can't do that though because then we'll scare people. We gotta keep it linear too, guys. We gotta keep the normal linear stuff where it's more constrained. It's like when you do both, neither are the best product they can be. So focusing on just one is much better. Just stick to the normal formula or just stick to the open world aspect. So since these expansions are sticking to just one aspect, that probably means that aspect will be done better. So I'm looking forward to seeing that content. It's a season pass because it has more than one. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair because it's more than one DLC and you get it over time. Here's the thing about expansion pass. Yeah, actually, good point. That's basically what expansion pass is, right? You pay up front, and then you get content later down the line, usually trickled out. I don't think passes are bad, necessarily. I think they can be heavily misused. Because basically what's going on, this is basically the console equivalent to Steam Early Access, where a developer's like, ah, shit, I want to develop this game, or this content, but I need funding right now, or I'm just greedy. I'll release it. I'll release the announcement about it early, have people invest in it, and then I'll make the content. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it can be very heavily misused. It's pre-ordering DLC. Exactly, it's pre-ordering DLC. Now, I don't have a problem pre-orders necessarily. I do think they can be misused. If the company is relying on it in an unfair way or not delivering what they promised, then there's a problem. Yeah, you can still buy it after everything's released, but I'll go ahead and buy the pre-order though, because I'll go ahead and buy all these pre-orders because fuck it, man. Fuck it. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is. I'm fucking streaming it because I'm a fucking streamer and I do Pokemon stuff. So it's essentially like there's a contract somewhere. Like it doesn't actually exist, but metaphorically there's this contract here that says I have to play this stuff. So it's in the contract, guys. But as far as a random person, I would say go ahead and wait. Like if you're not sure, go ahead and wait. Because you're not going to really lose out on anything. You're going to lose out on the pre-purchase of the Pikachu and Eevee t-shirt. Whatever. No big deal. I mean, I'd like to get it, so that's another reason. But losing out on a shirt or two, that's not really a big deal. If you feel cautious about this, just wait. Just wait till it releases or wait till there's some reviews on it. See if it's actually worth it or not. The main thing I would say if you wait, go look up reviews. Try to don't spoil things, but tell you how much gameplay there is. Like how many hours of gameplay does this expansion contain? How many hours of gameplay? How much robustness of content is there for that $15 for each of the expansions? That's kind of a good question. We're gonna find that out on my stream, so that's another way you can do it. But yeah, you guys know I'm thorough, so I will squeeze every bit of juice out of these expansions and find out what they have. So but yeah, I think it's a shame they did not use this opportunity to provide free content, though. I mean, granted, I guess they technically did, because I mean, when I play later today after the update, I'll be able to go see that cutscene and get a slowpoke, and that is technically free content. So if we're gonna do a letter of the law, it's not much free content, but it's something. I do think it's a shame, though, considering that I did find... Like, I don't have a full opinion of Sword and Shield yet. I should point this out. We're not done with the game. I gotta finish the post-game. At which point, I will have a full opinion of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Though, my current opinion is the story for the main game, before post-game, fucking fizzled out at the end, rushed itself, and tripped over its shoelace, and then fell on its face. I feel that everything was delivered completely wrong in the last, I guess 3 hours of the game, something like that. I don't remember how long it took me, but that last stream we did of Sword and Shield, like that whole ending segment was downhill ever since. From the we need to storm Rose Tower for no fucking reason to we beat the skeleton Pokemon that was destroying things. All that was kind of just blah. it was not all that. It didn't have necessarily bad concepts, but it was all laid out so poorly. It felt rushed. It felt pushed together. And given this game, I detected that Sword and Shield needed their deadline moved up a bit, so there was a little more time for quality control, a little more time for polishing, and that rushed ending kind of proved that to me. It hurts because I actually was enjoying parts of the story before that, and it just kind of hurt to watch it like try to rush everything out the door at the end. Like, oh shit, we didn't introduce the actual villain quickly enough. Go! We gotta hurry this up. Oh, the character motivations don't make sense now because we had to rush this character to do something before they knew that this person was bad. But it's fine. We gotta roll it out the door. We gotta get this story concluded. It just felt bad. It was delivered very poorly, and I think that was just because the game was rushed. I feel like if they had a little more time, they could have like made a couple more areas, stretched out the story a little bit more, like not like artificially stretched, but like stretch it out so it's no longer squished, back to normal length, and it could have been delivered much better. But unfortunately, it fell apart at the end, and it's weird because again, I didn't feel there was anything wrong with the story for most of the game. I felt like the story bits were being delivered in a good pace. I didn't always think like this was super original or something that the story plot did, but it was being doled out at a reasonable pace. Like, here's some information, then go fight a gym and do a few more things, and here's some more plot. And it's like it felt doled out in a good amount. It wasn't like overbearing. It wasn't like all the fucking time, but it was showing up frequently enough that you were like, oh yeah, the main plot. I'm not forgetting about it. And then just like fucking rush it at the end. So what I'm hoping also with these expansions is that their own little plot lines are nice little nuggets of plot that are well contained and don't fucking mess up. It'd be nice if it was actually really stellar storytelling in these little expansions. And again, I do expect these expansions to probably have their own little stories. It seems like they will. And I don't expect them to be as grand as the main games, though again, the main story of the main games are kind of rushed, so I don't know if grand's the right word there. But I hope that they do better job on the plot for these new areas. Basically, we'll see. But I think I'm more or less run out of words finally. I'll get this stuff pre-ordered after the stream. Oh, my bank account. It's fine. The Pokemon are also free content. Technically, they are. Again, it's a shame they're not in them all. Oh yeah, I almost forgot my point. I kind of glossed over my own original point. These expansions I'm fine with, but it would have been a far better idea if they had released some significant free updates beyond just the Slowpoke event, and bigger than that. That added content to the Sword and Shield for free before any talk of this expansion pass stuff happened. Before any talk of these expansions happened. That would have been a very fucking smart move on their part. If they had basically gone like, yeah, okay, we get it, the game's not perfect. Because I'm pretty sure, I haven't really watched reviews on Sword and Shield, but I'm assuming most people are kind of in agreement, like, yeah, there's some problems with this. Some people probably really hate it still because of the Dex thing. Again, the Dex thing is not a huge deal to me, but again, this would have been the perfect time to be like, hey, free update, have some new Pokemon. Like, this would have been a perfect opportunity, like, about this time period, to release free content that just added Pokemon, and that would have restored a fuck ton of goodwill. But they didn't do it. They're going to bring in new Pokemon. Technically, they are going to be free if somebody else gives it to you that paid money. That's the thing, though. That's half free. The contents, the Pokemon are going to be half free, meaning that yes, they're free for some, but to be free for some, they have to be paid for others. So granted, I guess theoretically speaking, you have one dedicated superfan go breed 1 million eggs and then hand them out to a ton of free players and start propagating the market, right, with more breeding. But yeah, the point is though, that's kind of half free. It's not fully free. Because somebody has to pay money for it to show up in a free market. Which, again, that goodwill could have been... this all could have been easier to overlook if they had just given free Pokemon. And it's not too late. Maybe they still will. Maybe they still will, release some free Pokemon. I doubt it, though. They're probably going to save for the expansion pass, but you don't know. Maybe they're going to do some random free DLC stuff. They should. They fucking should. I don't personally... I'm not personally super invested about whether or not they do. I would like new content for free, but I'm not super personally invested, but I know how people are. I know how a lot of people feel about these games, and I know that would be the absolute best idea to basically make it up to a lot of people and chill out a lot of other people. So it's a shame they're not doing that because, yeah. But maybe they'll still do some content. We'll see. When the update rolls out, you can pull the re-added Pokemon from older games. Yes. The ones that are still in Sword and Shield after all that. Also, thank you for the follow. Meowser, thank you. Wow, XSplit is running like shit today. What is? I mean, it's recording fine, so whatever. But it's like, look at this. Look at me. Wow, it took that long. Okay. Don't know why everything's running so weird. It's just very bizarre to me. Oh, whatever. I'm not dropping frames or shit, so whatever. Go away, please. Thank you. Hyper is the big dissenting party. He's always been the big dissenting party when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think everybody knows this at this point. He's been vocal in other streams of mine involving when I've been playing Sword. And to each their own, really. I just don't want you... Hyper, I don't know if you paid attention to what I said earlier. I wasn't able to read all of the chat, but it seems like you've chilled out since I said, hey, please don't speak for other people, so thank you. But please don't do that. Like, that really completely annihilates any sort of, like, faith in your point that you might generate. So, stay respectful. Please. But yeah, your opinion is negative. That's fine. I'm not going to pretend to like something I disdain to please other people. Fair. Just don't use other people for your disdain if they don't want to be used for it. That's important. But yeah. Conversely, if somebody hates something and you're like, no, you love it, that's also kind of rude. So don't do that either. So I can go either way. But we'll see what happens, I guess. You guys can depend on me for all this content. I will try to do day one streaming of the Sword and Shield expansions, as well as the release of PMD DX, or whatever we're going to call it. PMDX. There. Yeah, that's about it, guys. That's all I gotta say. This was a long reaction. Holy shit. How do I manage to string out a 20-minute video into a, what the fuck long is this? 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours. I'm impressive. But you know, this is who I am. I'm Charm the Shadox. I'm fucking thorough as shit and I take forever doing it. But I'm fucking thorough as shit, so hey. You know what you're here for, and I hope you appreciated it. I'm going to end it here, and I will see you guys tomorrow for, well, some short sword content, some other stuff too. We're going to look at this pre-order shit, and like, it's going to be good. All right, cool. I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Sorry it took 5 million hours, or at least that's how it felt sometimes, but you know, that's my style. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.